Hello again, YouTube. This is Truth Man giving you the truth. All right, so we talked about loyalty. And I want to kind of continue. This is part two. I want to kind of talk about this a little more, if you will, because this is important. That a lot of people, the stat is that 73% of people are check to check in the United States of America. Now, I was thinking about this yesterday, and I even made a comment to somebody. I said, if you cut out half of those meaningless gatherings that you spend hours and hours around people who not gonna help you, or if they do, they're gonna talk about you. They're gonna talk about you. Listen, try not to borrow no money from nobody. If you do, pay them back. Because a lot of people, if they want to discredit you, that's going to be the perfect time to do it. See, here's what I'm noticing about people. People throw words around, they don't even know what it means, like integrity. Like, okay, if a person is not paying their rent because they don't have the money, something in their life has changed, does that have anything to do with integrity? Or is that situation and circumstance? So, if let's say a person break their leg, or they quit a toxic job. I mean, so you're saying they don't have integrity for not staying at a toxic job. Or let's look at something else. Let's say let's say you have a situation where something happened that you were sleepy. You were tired. Somebody else was there. This really happened right here. Somebody else was there. You come on the shift and you just lackadaisical, like you tired. You're not performing your job to the level that you should perform it, right? Is that integrity? Because a person is tired, like you don't even know why they're tired. And this happened recently. I said, you know what, I'm gonna work a job. I was working this job, and I had noticed that the other two people had the same job title, same pay, but they were there longer, right? Much longer. They were nitpicking me, but not them, because some things that were happening, they was doing the same things or worse, but they wasn't making a big deal out of it. Because what people do now is, if they're cool with you, they'll give you a pass sometimes in certain situations. Like, that's where I'm talking about with this loyalty thing. So, I look at these two people. I'm across the room. They gave me a whole separate job. I'm doing the job they gave me. And you know how you look around? I look at both of them, and they was over there struggling. Both of them, right? So, the guy takes one of the guys to do something else. He puts me over there. So I start struggling like him, and they made a whole big deal out of it. The plant manager tried to get personal. I'm looking at it like, I start thinking about how he was trying to get personal on me. Like my situation and his situation are the same. And I said, you know what? This is how I think. Being INFJ, which we talked about. Your personality comes into play sometime when it comes to loyalty factors. When I start thinking about his reaction to what I did in comparison to his reaction to what the others did, I said, you know what? Why would I work here? Like, why would I work for this guy? You know? And he get all the credit, but yet he didn't think nothing of me with that situation. He didn't even think with both sides of his brain. So I called the people up. It was a temp job. I said, you know what? I don't want to, I'm, you know, what do I have to do? This, that. She told me to sign out. I signed out and I left. Because technically, I didn't need it to begin with. But what I was doing was, I was trying to supplement the good income I already got. I said, you know what? I got a couple hours. I'm gonna go and work. But see, I got options. See, I don't have to be there. So I just walked out. I said, man, forget them. I quit. I'm not finna work for people like this. One thing that a Libra, if you ever know about a Libra, Libras are the scales. It's the two sides. A Libra will be extremely loyal to you. But here's how it works. You cross a Libra and they're in the light, they're in their intellectual side, they ain't gonna want nothing to do with you. And they're gonna match your energy. That's how it works. See? But a lot of people don't be understanding that that's how it works. And that's what I was telling y'all in the last video. Don't be more loyal to people, anybody, than they are to you. If you got parents that show favoritism, or you got grandparents that show favoritism, match that loyalty. Match that loyalty. Like, either stop dealing with them, slow down dealing with them, or do to them what they do to you. See, it was a clever strategy. It was a clever strategy where people tried to twist the Bible into getting people to always take the high road. The high road, yeah. That ain't how you're supposed to do it, man. The Most High himself don't do that. Okay, if the Most High did that, right, would there be a such thing as hell? Would there be a such thing as torment? The Bible says that he judges each and every one of us according to our works. When we stand before him, he's going to give us based on our works. So if it's two people that the Most High views their works as the same, he's going to give those two people the same reward. The devil is always the opposite. Always remember, like I tell you all the time, the devil is the opposite of everything. So if the Most High is fair and just, the devil is unfair and unjust, right? So what does the devil do? The devil will literally give people who are furthest away from God things that people who are close to God don't have. And she will get permission from the Most High to do so. That's why you had the rich man and Lazarus. Lazarus was poor financially, but he was rich enough spiritually to make it into the heaven. Because what happened? The devil made the rich man rich. The devil probably contributed somehow to Lazarus being poor. See, you got to be on your point. You got to be on your P's and Q's when it comes to money. Because if you're a righteous person, the devil is going to try to take you out. First mistake you make, going to try to take you out. Going to try to get you to do things that are illogical, so on and so forth, to mess you over in every category. Every category. Every category of life. The Most High is self-control. The devil is savage. No self-control. So when a person says that they are a savage, what they're saying is that their name is not in the book of life. Because y'all need to stop lying at these dudes' funerals. If that's how they live, and that's how they die, then they gonna get fried. Stop lying. As a matter of fact, don't ask me to do no. If you listen, I'll mess around and get jumped, be fighting the whole family at a funeral. That's why I don't want to preach funerals, because I'm not finna lie. Wait, let me go this way. I'm not finna lie, you know what I mean? Like, people be wanting you and expecting you to lie about how this person really was. Be a straight up goon, and yeah, you want me to say he going to heaven. He wasn't thinking about God. And boom, he's gone. So that's important. Like, don't be more loyal to another person than they are to you. That's over with. And when people resent you, when people don't like you, when they don't like you, when they resent you, that's probably the time where you don't want to match their energy. This time you don't want to give them no energy. But you definitely don't want to be loyal to people like that. Because if you giving them any resources, you wasting your resources. They resent you. They don't even like you. I remember one time we had a party at work, right? Everybody brought stuff, right? I made these breakfast sausages, perfectly made. Like, I'm a cook, y'all. Perfectly made, right? So, hold on, I need to pull over somewhere. Well, I'm just keep driving. So, I made these sausages perfect, right? And I'm thinking, like, these people funny. I was listening to stuff they was saying. They was eating the people food that they liked it the most. So when we all got off, right? And I said, man, they barely even touched these things. I took them, wrapped them up, took them home. We ate them. And I said, I ain't never participating again. And I didn't. I said, I'm not participating. These people too funny acting. One thing I can't stand is a funny acting person. I don't owe you a damn thing. Excuse my language. I don't owe you nothing. Like, if you do something for somebody and they don't appreciate it, why would you keep doing stuff for them? What you're doing is you're being loyal to them. They don't appreciate you, which is a sign that they're not loyal to you. So I took them things home. I ate them myself. We ate them. I made sandwiches out of them all the time. They were delicious. And I said, I'm never participating again. I'm just not. And I didn't. Like, every party they had after that, I didn't participate. I didn't take none of the stuff. A couple times they kind of twisted my arm. Said, you know, that do look kind of good. But 90% of the time after that, I did not participate. And a dumb person, right? A dumb person, they'll look at it like it's you. Because you got to realize everybody ain't on the same intellectual level. You will be the type of person that tells it like it is, and they'll say you too emotional. How is that being too emotional? You know who being emotional? The person that don't say nothing. Because you hold all of that stuff in. Think about it. You got a garbage bag, right? You filling it up with garbage. What's going to happen? It's going to be full of garbage. And that's why most people is full of garbage. Because they don't get it out. Just like the body itself. The body itself, you have to get those toxins out. The equivalent of not getting your toxins out is the person who always try to be quiet and never say nothing. These type of dudes is the dudes that be beating on their wives, but then they'll go to work and their boss will be on their heels and they won't say nothing. Because now you tell me who's more emotional. The person that gets it off his chest and then goes to work, or that gets off what happened at work off his chest and then deals with his family differently, or the dude who holds everything in and ends up beating on his wife. Who's more emotional? Exactly. See, dumb people go by outward appearance. You judge people that they say first impressions are all important. That may be true, but first impressions are not just looks. You should never judge a person by their looks, and the Messiah even said that, judge not by outward appearance. But people do, and that's why they always get fooled. The dude that's clean cut can be the biggest fraud, can be a sexual deviant, everything else, and people gonna support him, listen to him, so on, so forth. The other dude can be like a genius, but because he might not always like get his hair cut, you don't listen to him. You're not being intelligent. You supposed to listen to everybody, and what's true and will benefit you the most, you keep. But when it comes to loyalty though, you are supposed to match a person's loyalty. Don't hold no grudges, but don't give people stuff that they're not giving you. Or if they had an opportunity to help you somehow and they didn't, now they need help. Are you gonna help that person? Most likely you probably shouldn't. You probably shouldn't. For what? That's like, okay, let's say your parent gets a settlement, right? And they lowball you, like they give you something that's not gonna help you in your life, chump change. But then you win Mega Millions or Powerball. What should you do? I'll tell you what you should do. You should match their energy. They gave you 200, give them 200. Or if 200 was a sacrifice, then multiply that by the sacrifice it was for them. I used to be like, man, I win the lottery, I'm doing this. Then I thought about it. This person has never truly really helped me. This is why parents sometimes end up in nursing homes. If you put your parents in a nursing home and they did everything for you, shame on you. But if you put your parents in a nursing home and they didn't do hardly anything for you, man, I get it. I understand. Like, if you're not, okay, for instance, if you're an uncle, auntie, parent, grandparent, in-law, like parent-in-law, grandparent-in-law, the person or persons that you don't help, you should not have anything negative to say about them, because you made your choice. You made your choice that you're not going to help that person. So why would you sit around talking about them unless you're dumb, unless you're slow, unless you're ignorant? I got a cousin that I knew him for a while, like facility I used to work in. He used to come there. And I knew him for a while, but I never knew we were first cousins, right? It's like the things he does, right? The things he does seem small, but they really not small. For instance, like he subscribed to my channel, right? He comments on my videos. he liked my post, right? But my cousins who I knew my whole freaking life, and I'm not mad about it. I'm not. I sound like I'm mad. It's righteous indignation, believe me. Most of them, maybe one or two, is decent when it comes to this. Most of them are distant. And I was around them all coming up. You know what I mean? Like, all coming up. Me and him just found out we cousins. He a lot younger than me, too. So, if I were to win the lottery today, logically, intellectually, if I say, okay, I'm going to give my cousins based on how they act towards me, not based on how long I've dealt with them, then how would that go? He would get something. That's the way it is, man. See, people don't believe there's a such thing as burning bridges, man. And you'll burn bridges with an intelligent person so quick. People just not loyal, man. So why would you say, well, I'm a loyal person. Okay, stay that way, but watch who you be that way with. Give your loyalties to people who match it or exceed it. And I'm going to close. There's the Truth Man channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. Thanks for watching.